What I am gonna do is get this ready. It's been a while. Take the old cover off Stonewall and get it back on the road. So for those of you that don't know, this is my 1974 Plymouth Duster. It's been through quite a few iterations over the last, I don't know, 5 years since I've had it together. I love this car. This is my favorite car I've ever had. And I just snatched the heart out of this car. You can see there's nothing there. It used to have a R5 P7 cup motor in it, an old NASCAR engine, and now it doesn't. Now it's heartless. I got to the point where it was really just kind of undrivable almost. It just was very, very unhappy on the street. And then it burned the clutch up, and I just sold it to my buddy Jerry Yang. So I don't know what he's doing with it, but it's going to live a different life than what it had when I had it. So I want this car back together. Much to some of your dismay and much to some of your excitement, I think I'm just going to put another LS back in it. But I am going to put the 4-speed Jericho transmission that was behind the cup motor. So we're going to start this here shortly and see what all we've got to do. I have not figured out what I'm going to do for front suspension. You can see it's got, you can't really see, but it's got Wise Fab on it, but it's like a hacked up version of Wise Fab, so it needs to be gone through and fixed. And I'm probably going to do a more conventional style front suspension, since this is going to be a street car, not a drift car. I'd love to do some grip racing with this thing at some point, so I'm going to do a different approach to this car. This is going to be its third iteration. It went together the first time with S chassis rear suspension, S chassis front suspension. It had, you know, the independent rear S14 and Wise Fab in the front. That's how I did the Cannonball in this car. Then I put the 4-link in the back and the R5 P7 and had to hack the whole front suspension up, and that's what it is right now. And now I'm going to do the LS, the 4-speed with the 4-link, and maybe it's like Mustang 2 style front suspension. So stay tuned. This is going to be fun. I'm really excited about doing it, and I've got 28 days and counting. All right, here we go. I got to get that car in that spot. That's in the way. That's in the way. That's in the way. And there's not really a driveway. So we're going to drag it. We're going to hook that car to that truck. It's going to be fun. Stonewall is tired. Here we go. It's moving. And we're moving. We gotta try and get it in the shop. This is the last time this thing's gonna turn under its current suspension design, so I'm excited. I love this car. It's my favorite car. I'm ready to get it moving. And here we go. It's time. About to start cutting. Got our new front end kit in. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so today is June 20th. This car has to leave July 1st, Friday, for its road trip. So that has to be sorted out and put in. That's some of my new suspension. All of this is about to come out. That is the remnants of a Wise Fab kit. Nope, no, that's a Corvette. Camaro steering rack, my old Pro Shocks, all that stuff is about to come out. That subframe's going away. My old shock mounting design's going. All the dry sump stuff is leaving. The dry sump tank, I think, went with the R5. Yeah, that went with Jerry. Transmission's got to be put back in it. Oh, by the way, that has to get done. It doesn't have an engine in it. Oh boy, here we go. It's hot, folks. Old suspension's out. I don't know what time it is, let me see. 7:35, I don't know how long that took, but old suspension gone. I made a mess with oil. So basically what I did when I put S chassis front suspension in this thing is I made this plate for the piece to mount. I forget the power bar or whatever the heck it's called. That's where the front subframe mounted, right here. And then this was a secondary piece I made later. It sucked. I'm just gonna hack that off now. And yeah, time to start cutting. So if the devil were to make tools, I'm convinced it would be 3 tools. 1, the death wheel with no guard. Personal favorite. 2, Sawzall. This has got the metal wheel on it. It's a little meaner with the wood wheel, or with the wood blade. The last one's a plasma torch. I can't afford that. So we're gonna use these 2, and it's gonna be fun. Update. This amount of cutoff wheel and this amount of Sawzall is terrible. Thankfully I have good friends. My buddy Chris let me borrow his Sawzall because mine burned up big. The little the little Ryobi that can no longer. So my head's all red. I got stuff all over me. So I'll show you where I'm at. So I've cut a bunch out. You can still see right there. That's kind of what I made for the S14 deal. I cut all this out. That's basically the whole upper control arm situation. It went right there. I cut all that out. That's junk now. Some of that was the mounts for the original Duster stuff, and some of that was the deal that I made. I've cut all this out so that I can put this checker chassis piece in. So this is pretty neat. The upper mounts right there, the lower basically mounts like that, and this, now that I've cut a bunch out and made room, goes something like this. The shocks, you get the idea. This is the upper shock bracket. So the lower, the upper will mount right here, the lower will mount right here, and we have really solid front suspension. I'm super happy with this. I think I've spent like 3 hours clearancing this side. Now I just got to go do the other side, and then I'll show you how it all goes together. As you can tell, it's been a minute since we've filmed. Been hard at work. The motor is mounted in the car, which is really awesome. Ton of progress. Steering rack's in the car. All the suspension's in the car. It is very close to doing car things, but perhaps not close enough. I am now supposed to leave in this car tomorrow. There's no exhaust. The drive shaft's not in it. The radiator's not in it. It does not have a wiring harness of any kind. It has no fuel lines. Has no spark plug wires. It does have some Liqui Moly oil. Thanks, Liqui Moly. It has no brake situation. I'm trying to sort that out. It does have steering linkage. Sorted that. It does have seats. The Jericho 4-speed is mounted in there. I'm really excited to keep the dog box in this thing. But man, there is a long way to go. I don't know. We'll see. All right, as you can tell, I am not in Stonewall. I'm in a different car that we're going to release a video about here probably right after this one comes out. But the whole thing I've been building toward is going on a battlefield tour with Tamara and my Uncle Basil and my dad. So we're going up to Lexington, Virginia to kick things off at VMI. I'm going to do another video series about kind of everything we go see and kind of some of those adventures. Anybody that doesn't know, I'm really into historical stuff and definitely my family history, and there's a lot of my family history up there, so I'm really excited to kind of delve into that and learn a little bit more. So follow along on that. I'm bummed I didn't get Stonewall done. I'll finish that on another build series or another video. It's really not another series, it's like one more day of work, but didn't make it this time. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.